Glad you're staying with us right here on The Exchange, where your business is our business. I'm Rico Hizon. For many, cashless payments mean convenience. But with SIM registration, businesses, including those in retail, may have to adjust their digital operations. Let's now have an exchange with the Philippine Retailers Association President, Rosemarie Ong, who is joining us now from Tel Aviv in Israel. Rosemarie, great to have you with us. How are retailers receiving the news of this SIM registration extension?
Well, I guess it's really more on the administrative burden of, registering their, because that a lot of retailers, they have multiple SIM cards to register, no? Especially those in logistics, those in, of course, operations and sales, no? So it's going to be burdensome. It's really more on the birthing pains of registering. We know that there are different procedures, no, with having multiple vendors to deal with, no. So it's different from, because not everybody would have postpaid SIM cards, right? And some would have prepaid, depending on the role of the personnel whom the company issued the mobile phones, So it's really more on the administrative burden of registering.
We just spoke earlier with the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, and they're doing whatever they can to encourage, financial institutions to ask those who haven't really signed up yet to do it now before it's too late. And of course, Rosemarie, the COVID-19 pandemic catalyzed this digital transformation of sectors like retail. How does SIM registration impact your efforts?
Well, a lot of retailers now, because of the digital transformation and, of course, the hybrid approach, many are really relying on the mobile phones, no, for payments, for operations, no. So I guess the challenge really would be on the impact. If they fail to register, there will be disruptions on their business, especially those that are relying on mobile payments, as we've mentioned earlier, no. So it's really, retailers really have to work harder. I guess it's really on how to administer the registration, and then they have to really ramp up in registering their mobile phones.
And of course, Rosemarie, it's really important, as you said, with the digitalization of the economy, more of our kababayans are using of course, their smartphones to make purchases, and this could definitely hurt retailers, if not all of those numbers, because there's still tens of millions of our fellow Filipinos who have not yet registered their SIM card. So they still have 3 months to go, or else they will be cut off.
Yeah, and that will be, as I've mentioned, disruption in the business. It will have an economic impact also on the part of the retailers, no. So I from what I understand, I think they extended the deadline, no. So hopefully, with this, the government would help, the retailers have an easy way of registering their mobile phones, no. As I've mentioned, many of them, they have multiple, vendors or mobile network operators to deal with, and each mobile network operators, they have different ways, or I think different processes on how to register. And really, not all our kababayans, like for example, if you register online, not all of them are familiar with how to register, especially those prepaid owners of cell phones, or mobile phones.
But what about customers who are hesitant to register their SIM cards? I mean, can we not just get back to the old way of paying cash or via debit cards? Just go to the shops, just go to the retail shops that haven't really shifted to digital operations yet.
Yes, that's another issue that we have to face, because right now we are aware that digital payment system is really accelerated, and it provides convenience not only for the consumer but also for the retailers as well, no. So if some of the customers would not be able to adapt to this, no, that would be another issue that we have to face, no, because we're really pushing for digitization, and we know that the benefit of having a digital approach in accepting payments, that's really very efficient for the retailers as well as for the customers themselves, no. So it's really more on the trust issue issue. I guess we have to have, campaigns that, that would drive confidence for consumers to
Yes.
trust the digital payment platforms.
You talk about campaign.
And
Are the retailers now campaigning customers who haven't registered their SIMs to register them now and over the next 90 days?
Yes, on our part with our organization, we send out, regularly we send out reminders to our members to register their phones. And then we provide awareness on the impact, no, if they fail to register, because it's not only the disruption but also the sanctions that they will face, no, like for example penalties and all of these, no, so it really affect their business if they fail to register.
What about for Wilcon, your company? What are you doing to encourage customers to register their unregistered SIM cards?
Well, we post some reminders, in our stores, and of course, even from our end, no, we already registered all the phones that the company, has issued, and also for the customers, we experience an increase in digital payments, no, and can you imagine with the home improvement business, no, so we've seen growth in acceptance of let's say e-wallet payments, no, so yeah, we're doing our efforts to promote and to create awareness to our customers.
Thank you so much for this business digitalization exchange, Philippine Retailers Association President Rosemarie Ong. And still ahead on the exchange, where your business is our business. How are enterprises in fintech gearing up for the effects of SIM registration on their customers? FintechAlliance.ph joins us straight ahead, right here on CNN Philippines. News you can trust.